Hey, what's going on? Well, anyways, my name is Paul Barfo from the band Godstomper, and I'm doing this video for one of my subscribers who asked me, he wanted me to do a detailed, look at my bass rig. Well, here you got is a bunch of cabinets. You have basically three small monitors on top, which basically sort of balance out the amount of ohms that are coming out of my amplifiers, which is I only use one amplifier to basically power this whole unit. And sometimes I will have a backup amplifier. So like right now I have three amplifiers which I use to play with. I have a Randall 500 bass amp, which I've blown out a lot of times. I've had to replace the transistors. I have a PV bass Mark IV series amplifier, which is basically a standby amp in case I blow out the Randall. And I have a Mark VI bass series PV amplifier, which is probably my favorite amp to use, and I use that on most of my recordings and playing live. But usually I just use this one alone. Sometimes I might wire a Y splitter to connect two amps together, but I realized through trial and error that it doesn't really do much for the sound. In a way, it sort of causes more problems sound-wise when I play. And the thing is, when you play with so much equipment live, you tend to have a lot more technical difficulties, which is why if you've ever seen us play, we're always having I'm always having problems with the amplifiers, because number one, time's limited, so I'm in a hurry to set up, and sometimes I can't see what I'm doing because it's so dark inside the room, and I tend to screw up a lot on trying to balance out the ohms with the power chords, and so sometimes the sound's not that great, and sometimes I don't have a full sound. Like in this room right now, it's pretty loud when I play. So that's that for these amplifiers. So you can see that I only have right now, I just have the Mark VI connected to this whole speaker system, and you can see I have my BC Rich Bitch bass, which I've had for at least 18 years. I've been playing this bass for a long time. It's what people ask me, how do I get that kind of really grindy bass sound? Well, the thing is, what I noticed is that I use these EMG pickups, which I feel are really the best metal pickups, or for anything, mainly mostly like punk, rock, or metal. I recommend getting mostly EMG pickups in your bass. If you want that really kind of high-end, sharp sound, for playing punk, rock, or grindcore stuff. And you can see on my switches I have like all these different types of switches. And the funny thing is, when I got this bass, they told me that the original owner, he rewired the bass to where only the 3-channel selector, which is this guy, that's the only thing that really works, and the volume switch and this small little bass knob right here. So this is a tone and bass knob right here, so you can sort of control it, the tone and bass. And this stuff doesn't work. I don't even know what this stuff does. It's just there. I can't do anything with it. So and these pickup selectors don't do anything either. So basically, all that stuff doesn't work. And but yeah, so that's what this stuff does here. And also I use a Badass bridge, which I recommend. Badass bridges have probably, I think, the best tension. So basically it just sort of, the sustain is really good, and it will last a long time. Like, these are new strings. It has a good sustain, so it'll just keep going, lasting along and on and on. So, and this is also, these pickups, by the way, are powered by a battery, a 9-volt battery. So you are, so basically they have a little battery to power them up, these pickups. And What else? Well, I have my little selection of pedals. I have what I use a chorus pedal, which sort of, you know, speeds up the tone when I play, and it actually adds a little more, I guess you could say, it just makes it a little more solid to sound. Then I have like a regular Boss Distortion DS1 pedal, which I use as a, you know, it just creates a different distortion tone. Sometimes it gives me a little more power. Sometimes I don't feel it gives me more power, so I have to go to the Sovtic distortion pedal, the Big Muff. And this is my favorite pedal. It gives a really heavy, thick, chunky bass sound. It's really just the best pedal for any kind of heavy sound you want. You know, whether it's, you know, like I said, like grindcore, punk, rock, doom, metal kind of shit. And then I have I just got this. It's a Switchblade channel selector, which basically just turns off all these pedals, so I don't have to go and just select this pedal and this pedal in order to turn off the sound when I'm playing. So in a sense, I can just turn everything on with this. But if you're playing really loud, you can sort of still hear the dissonance of the sound because of the fact that everything's so loud when you play. So, but I recommend getting one of these if you're using all these pedals to do stuff with. I recommend just having one pedal that can just turn off everything. And yeah, that's pretty much what I use for that. And the wiring for the back of this amps, I probably will show you. I probably can show you. As you can see, all this stuff's wired into this one amplifier. It'll probably look weird when I upload this, but yeah, as you can see, it's just a lot of wiring that just goes into this one bass amplifier. Oh, by the way, this is a 15-inch Soundtech modder. This is a, you know what, I don't even remember what brand this is. This is something I just got at a used music shop for like 30 bucks. And this one, same here. It's just basically two, I think these are two 10-inch woofers in here. It's saying with this is an Ampeg bass cabinet with 4x10s, and then you got one 15 at the bottom, and then this one is just basically four 4x10s Ampeg cabinet, and the bottom is a Carvin 15-inch woofer bass cabinet. So it gives me a pretty thick sound, a sound that I really enjoy. It's you know, it just takes a long time looking for the right equipment to get the sound you want. So it's basically just trial and error of what you want to use to get the sound you like. I can probably turn it on for you and let you hear how it sounds. My ears are I'm already deaf already. So you can hear it's pretty loud when you play it. But anyway, so yeah, that's the rig. Good luck.